The final home game of any college football season is cause for celebration. Senior Day, a perfect way to celebrate and remember all of the accomplishments of this group of leaders. Welcome to Starkville, Mississippi, home of the Mississippi State Bulldogs. As we'll see a squad from the SEC, the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the 7th-ranked team in the land, the Mississippi State Bulldogs. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Mississippi State ready to kick off to get this game started. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So the Ole Miss Rebels offense will get the first swing of the game. It was the farewell game for an Ole Miss great, Jackson Dart, in last season's Egg Bowl, down 14-10 early, but the old Bullies just couldn't hang on to the ball, and turnovers killed them.
Yeah, Mississippi State had 3 turnovers, and when you lose the turnover battle 3-0, you're not going to win very many football games. The Egg Bowl is always fun. Jesse, we've called a bunch of these games. The hatred is real, the rivalry is real, so this will be a fun game to watch.
Yeah, oftentimes it's a game that's played before the weekend, like on a Thursday or Friday night, so it really sets the tone. This is the amuse-bouche, you might say, for rivalry weekend. Mississippi State started fast in that game last year, David. 14 points in the first quarter. They just didn't score again. Ole Miss got the win. It wasn't enough to get them in the college football playoff, but I'm expecting fireworks in this one.
And the Rebels want to move quickly.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this third down in Starkville. Stop is made at the 35-yard line. It'll be a 4th down. The Rebels will bring the punt team onto the field. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. They're able to put a stop to that return right at the 30-yard line. So the Mississippi State Bulldogs offense will have its first possession of the game. We have got a tremendous matchup between these two running backs, both stars in their own right, and David, both ready to make a huge impact.
I mean, how fun is it to have 2 guys, one on each side, when they have the football, like they can go the distance. Just dynamic speed, great vision. These defenses are in trouble because these guys can touch it a bunch of different ways, and Palmer, they can hit home runs from anywhere on the field.
And I think what makes them really unique too, David, is that they're very versatile guys. Both guys can run between the tackle box. They can take it outside. They can both catch the football as well. So no doubt the game plan for both offenses, feed the running back as many different ways as possible and just let him go to work.
It's 1st and 10 for this offense from the 42. Looking for a crease. It's Booth. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Lost 1 on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. The play action fake. Fires to the wideout. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. And he'll ramble to the 34 before he's finally knocked down.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Quarterback making adjustments. Toss sweep. Try to get it outside to the right. Stop behind the line. He'll lose a yard. Let's take just a minute and talk about Mississippi State. Not sure if you guys saw this, but they had a big-time 4-star running back give a verbal commitment last week. What's his transition going to be like, David?
First of all, everybody saw it. It's all over social media, right? The excitement of landing a guy of that caliber. And just, I mean, that creates excitement in the whole recruiting class in this next cycle.
Makes the grab. It's Evans. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. Guys, let's talk a little bit about Mississippi State. It's been a season to remember so far, fresh off their new top 10 ranking. How far can this team go?
Well, they're starting to get there now, right? And I think once you get some big wins, Jesse, and you start to climb up, you start to feel that. And
lets it fly deep downfield. Throw into the end zone, and it's picked off.
Now, this quarterback was having success throwing on the opening drive of the game, in large part because it's a lot harder to throw on third down when the defense is expecting it, like you saw right there. They were ready, had a really good coverage call, and they get the INT.
Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Off the play fake on first down to throw. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play. So now it's 2nd and long. Scanning the field, it's Grant. Quickly out to the tight end. And the big fella couldn't elude the cornerback who makes a sure tackle. In the gun, looking to throw on third down. Snagged in the middle, it's Stribling. And with that effort, they pick up a fresh set of downs. They have it at the 34-yard line. And on that 3rd and short, I don't think he was unhappy to see that zone.
nope, it's a great job by the offense. Hey, see where the holes in the zone are, sit down. You only need a little bit of yards on this 3rd down. Get the conversion, move the sticks.
So many rich layers in this one. Dak coming off the bench, fumbles in the end zone to lose it, legs being high, coaches being fired. This has it all, guys.
And such proud people in the state of Mississippi that love their football. And it feels like, Palmer, these games always come down to something at the end of the game that's so fun and controversial.
What I love about this rivalry, too, is that historically there hasn't been a lot of conference championship implications or national title implications, but they play this game at the very end of the year, and it just matters so much in the state. Bragging rights for an entire season on the line.
Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Intercepted for the 11th time. He goes down right there, but not before coming up with a big interception.
What a great job by the defense that time. Cover one, man coverage, and did you see how everybody was impressed? When you press receivers, you disrupt their timing. You get your hands on them at the line of scrimmage, you jam them, and it completely disrupts the quarterback and his thought process, and that time, that was a big reason that ball got INT'd.
First play of the drive comes from the 41. Motion from the back. The toss sweep to the right. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Got enough for the first, and he's still going. Across the 50, and down and out of bounds at the 44. A good pickup on that one.
Offense goes toss play to the right. Now, defensively, if you're going to stop these perimeter runs, your DBs better be able to get off blocks and go make a tackle. And right now, the secondary, they look like they're struggling trying to handle the run game.
Trying to make magic on the scramble. How about this sophomore learning when to just do it himself?
It's such a good sign for your offense when your quarterback is this dialed in early in the game, right? On the RPO, wanted to throw it, nobody open, so he takes off running it himself and gets a big gainer. If I'm the coordinator and play caller, I'm finding more ways to get this guy running the football and keep this defense on their heels.
And the Bulldogs have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. They'll ride Davis here. There he goes. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down. Mississippi State to the line with a fresh set of downs. They've marched to the red zone, and here they go. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Yeah, and you don't see very many quarterback hits on screens. You know, the offense wants to bluff real quick and make it look like pass, and then the quarterback's supposed to pop up, look like pass, and quickly get rid of it. You could tell timing all wrong. It was all jacked up, and that play went absolutely nowhere.
The offense changing the play. Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Under fire. Makes the catch. They will score. Touchdown, Mississippi State. And it feels good to land that first big punch against a rival, doesn't it?
No doubt. In a game like this, too, you just want to be executing it at a high level early. So, David, that's got to feel great getting on the board first.
And settles everyone down. All the nerves, all the emotion of this rivalry game. Now everybody can kind of settle in because you know you already got a touchdown on the board.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. On the move from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. He kept those legs moving, got 3 out to the 19. Now on second down. They'll run play action. Looking down the middle. And the pass falls incomplete, and we are through 1 quarter. We've come to the end of the period, and Mississippi State is on top. Guys, let's have a look at the stats as we've played 1 period. They are lined up and ready to go and get things started here in the second. This offense had a little extra time to think about it. Let's see what they have on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Here comes the heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down.
Yeah, you just love to see that from the quarterback. I know it's a big third down, and more than anything, you want to throw a completion, keep your offense on the field. But when the defense wins and nobody's open, you got to just tip your hat, throw it away. And now a big decision coming up on fourth down.
He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. So the first play of the drive, starting here from the 45. Quick release by the QB. And that had all the makings of bug meat windshield. But how about the little corner taking on the big tight end and keeping him from getting the first? Oh, better look out! The Bulldogs get enough for the first down. Following Ole Miss' 1926 victory in Starkville, a melee between the fans ensued. Imagine that in this rivalry. So the two sides got together and said, what we need is a trophy to calm the passions of each side, and they settled on the golden egg. Thus, the Egg Bowl was born.
Yeah, what calms everybody down more than a golden egg? I mean, just the perfect recipe. We have all been in the booth calling these games. Jesse, we know the adrenaline, the emotion that goes into this football game.
Yeah, they do not like each other. There's no question. And the funny thing is, that's actually a golden football. Back in the 1920s, I guess the football looked a little bit more like an egg. It was a bit fatter, looked more like a rugby ball. So everybody calls it the golden egg now. It's a beautiful trophy. Sometimes Mississippi State's helmets resemble the trophy. This is a game we love watching.
They are on the move down to the 32, and they pick up another first down.
And this has got to be so demoralizing for this defense right now. Having given up multiple first downs on this drive, somebody on defense has to step up, make a play, and stop the bleeding.
Grabbed in the backfield. It's Mosley. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
Really good defense. You know, you're trying to stay as close as you can to all these targets, and most importantly, those open field tackles and getting them on the ground as soon as they catch it. That's a major deal for defenses, and that was a good example there of it.
They'll try the run. All down, but they'll move move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
You know, with defense, it's this pick or poison game, right? Like, I got to play a little bit soft and make them run the football, but when I do that, I give the running back space, and right there you could tell he takes advantage of it.
And the Bulldogs pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. The give to Davis. They make the stop after a pickup of 3, balls at the 18.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
Back to pass, it's Croman Hope. Firing to the right, complete. Touchdown, Mississippi State! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board. These two have spent plenty of time together. That was almost telepathic, David.
No doubt, and quarterbacks and wide receivers throw all off-season to get on the same page. You can see he hits him in stride. That's why he gets the touchdown.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They marched 56 yards to the end zone. And the finisher, an 18-yard touchdown throw. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. And he takes this from inside the 5. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. The Ole Miss offense ready to go back to work. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Got it behind the line. It's Haas. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You know what they need. You know what they want. And you know what they deliver on 3rd down. More cowbell. Finds his man. It's Stribling. Gets it out to the 20. That's not enough for the first down. 4th down coming. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels will call on their punt team. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. First snap of this drive comes from their own 41. Leaves it with the back. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And that's exactly what you want to do as a defense, man. You want to get penetration and not let that tank get downhill. Because when he gets downhill at that weight and that size, it could be a problem for your defense. Get him before he gets started.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Throws to the tight end. Caught over the middle, it's Reese. And he was off to the races, finally tripped up at the 36.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. Grab behind the line. It's Glover. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, give the defense credit on that one because they knew coming into this one that they were going to try to get this receiver the ball in a variety of ways. They were ready for the screen there, and they create a negative play.
The Bulldogs are way behind the sticks on this 3rd and forever. He might want another play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And the incomplete pass will bring up 4th down.
3rd and long situations are really hard to convert. The defense knows it's going to be passed. The pass rushers are getting upfield. You're under pressure. You don't have timing. And as a result now, 4th down.
Boy, if they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover. Was looking for a little more daylight for a big return, but he'll settle for the pick and setting his offense up at the 24. Coming out on 1st down with the play fake. Got a man, it's Wallace. All the way out to the 43-yard line before he's pushed out of bounds, and this offense is on the move.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
We got a timeout here late in the 1st half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. To throw, it's Grant. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defensive line stands on the result of the play. If you didn't have a headache before, you've got one on the way. The cowbell's ringing on this 3rd down in Starkville. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And he's got it inside the 20. And he'll go down, but not before the big pickup and the 1st down. They'll immediately call timeout. Not the most productive half for this offense so far, but finally starting to get it in gear. 1st and 10. They'll leave it with him. Makes a man miss. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. 2nd down coming. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Grabbed over the middle. It's Stribling. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall.
Well, this offense knew coming into this game they wanted to try to attack the middle of the field in the passing game, and they're able to execute the in route there.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. The snap sets up to throw. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Rebels! Quick strike through the air for the score.
Well, the head coach has to love what he saw from his offense here at the very end of the 1st half when you got to have an execution. It's got to be great in these 2-minute type situations. Really nice job handling the situation by the quarterback, making sure all 10 other guys on offense are on the same page. And they're still losing the football game, but that's a touchdown they absolutely needed to have here at the end of the 1st half.
From inside his own 10, let's see what he gets. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Some early movement along the offensive line, and they'll walk it back.
Start offense.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Quick screen to the speedster out wide. They'll guide him out of bounds down at the 25-yard line. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout call. They'll go 5 wide on 2nd and 8. Looking to go up top, and time's running out in the half. Wide open downfield. They finally make the stop, and that one will make those halftime stats look a little nicer as we head to the break. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
And so much to break down from a spirited start to this Egg Bowl between Ole Miss and Mississippi State. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. With that, let's throw it back to the guys to see how the fight between Mississippi State and Ole Miss plays out.
All right, Kevin, about ready to get things cranked back up here. The Rebels will line up to kick off and start the second half. From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger, and we might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
And the Bulldogs can really attack on this 2nd and short. The give to the tailback. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. They'll try to muscle their way forward on 3rd and short from the 29. Looking to throw, it's Croman Hope. Trying to set up the screen. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it. So Mississippi State will have to punt this one away. A low line drive and not his best work. And the punt team able to swing him to the ground. They'll start this drive at their own 48. Use the play fake, now to throw. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down, 2nd down coming.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this, and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise. This defense knows what's coming, and it's all because of the points right now on the scoreboard.
On 3rd and short, they'll try to convert through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Wallace. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practice, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when that guy's going to break. You know he's a stud. You're going to feed him, especially on these third down situations.
Back to pass on second down. The screen, he can go. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. And the Rebels moving quickly to the line. Power football with the run. Quick step and go. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be second and just a few breaths away from the first down.
Really good surge that time by the offensive line. You saw all those bodies by the defense being pushed backwards. That opened up the crease for the ball carrier. He's able to get a really nice gain there, setting up second and inches.
Running back searching for a hole. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Ole Miss.
And the running back was not going to be denied on that play. He had a hole. He saw it. He put his foot in the ground, and that was pay dirt.
The extra point here would tie the game. And after that extra point, we have a tie ball game in the third quarter. They just finished off a 53-yard scoring drive and closed the deal with a 3-yard touchdown run. Here he comes from inside his own 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Mississippi State offense headed back to the field to go to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, and hoping for better fortune this time around. So they start this drive from inside their own 20 at the 19-yard line. Motion from the wideout. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. Didn't pick up a lot there, moved it forward just a few.
That just really nice catch by the big tight end, throwing those mitts up there, catching the football.
What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Looking to pass. It's Croman Hope. Time to take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
That's what I'm talking about. That is how you close. And when a guy's going to make a catch, you make sure he doesn't make it. Physicality, using your pads, running through him. And guess what? Not only this play does he feel it, next time he tries to go over the middle or feels footsteps, this will pay dividends.
They couldn't make the connection on second down. Now a 3rd and 7 to keep the drive alive. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads it left. Makes the grab. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to...
Turning it on! Defense uses the sideline there, and he gets it into plus territory at the 49. The Bulldogs in a good spot here with second and short. The RPO, it's complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Ooh, and that was close for the offense. They try to go wide receiver screen. They're counting on that receiver beating that defender. Wasn't able to make him miss that time, but if I'm on offense, I'm going back to that play later.
On 3rd and short, they'll give it to the tight end. Collisions and power on display, and after all of that, just back to the line of scrimmage. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback will keep it. Got all they needed for the first down, and then he gets down on the slide.
Well, they get the first down, going for it on 4th and 1, and they're in that fringe area right now in their opponent's territory. So important for them to keep the momentum going because they've got to be thinking, we're scoring points here. We're going to pay this drive off.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Mosley. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Bulldogs line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Croman Hope. Got a man, it's Williams. Run out of bounds, they'll spot him at the 24. Excellent situational awareness to make the grab and get just enough of that first down.
And how about the play call? They didn't want to hold on to the football. They wanted to get that thing out of their hand, trust the receiver to make the catch, and then what does he do? Gets the first down, gets out of bounds. New set of downs for this offense.
To the ground with the back. Powers through the defender. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
I think one of the biggest keys in stopping these big physical running backs is you can never let them get momentum running downhill, and I think that was a big factor on that play. They didn't get him right away. He was able to break a tackle, but he couldn't get the speed going, and as a result, he's going backwards. That's a big TFL for the defense.
Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Wants to go up top. A little screen to the running back. Thrust that arm out. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line. The Bulldogs are facing 3rd and inches. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. Stopped in the backfield, and this defense has forced him into 4th down. We've reached the end of the 3rd quarter, and we have a potential classic on our hands, all tied up as we take a peek at the stats. These two teams about to find out what they're made of as we open the 4th all tied up. This is makeable field goal range here, but it looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty.
False start on offense.
The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Absolutely center cut. That puts them on top here in the 4th.
All field goals are not created equal, guys. Kicks in the 4th quarter take the lead. They just seem to carry so much more weight. So give that young man credit for getting out there and knocking that thing through the uprights with all of the pressure, with all the eyeballs on him. He delivered.
And he'll be brought down after a solid effort on that return. Play action on 1st down. Throws to the wideout. He's picked off, and he's thrown a dozen of them. Made that play and was hoping to make another one on the return, but they'll take it in business at the 41.
We've just seen in this game the ball has just gotten away from him a little bit. A couple of times, just hasn't been able to put it where he wants to, and as a result, that's now his 2nd pick thrown in this game.
Here comes the Mississippi State offense, ready to attack. David, they couldn't pay off that last drive with a touchdown.
Now they moved the ball down the field and executed like they wanted to until they stalled out and had to settle for a field goal.
I think if he want...
Breaks into the open. Goes out of bounds, but not before he gets it to the edge of the red zone right at the 20.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
And the Bulldogs come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. Tight end now in motion. They'll ride Davis here. He stopped at the 14-yard line, and they'll stay on the attack from there.
You got to give the coaching staff credit because they really do focus all season long on situational football with the lead late in the game. If we're on offense, we're trying to stay in bounds. We're trying to bleed the clock. And after ripping off a really nice run, that guy knew, I've got to get down. I cannot get pushed out of bounds, cannot get tackled out of bounds. Really, really nice job.
He leaves it with the back. Wrestled to the ground, but he's inside the 10 and down to the 9.
Well, I love the job by the offensive line, getting a good push there on second down. And you see guys bleeding into the second level of the defense, getting a hat-on-hat to go get that first.
So this offense with an opportunity to put this game in a hammerlock if they can score and bleed the clock. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to get it in with the run. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. Bringing the heat. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
Nice execution by this defense on second and goal. And they try to throw the football. They stay tight on them. If I'm this offense, maybe I run some crossers, a little pick route, try to get my guy open.
It's third and goal and a long way from the end zone. Might be changing the route. They're going to throw it on third and goal. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20. So here we are on fourth down, and this field goal kicker is going to face all the pressure in the world. Never a doubt. That pushes the lead to 6 at 20-14.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. Ole Miss ready to send the offense onto the field. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Oh, it's out. Scoops it up. Still a live ball.
Doesn't it always seem like that ball is on the ground for like 30 seconds? You got 17 guys running at it in slow motion. Like, I got to get the football. Offense, very lucky to get that football back.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. The Rebels are in the hurry up. Wants to throw. It's Grant. Setting up the screen. Finding an escape route. He'll make a play on third down. He's got enough for the first as they mark it at the 32. This upset bid has been brewing since the start of the game, seemingly, and they are in a world of hurt at this moment, guys.
Yeah, keep the pedal to the floor, right? Don't let up. You've done a great job. You're the perceived underdog. You've taken control of this football game. Jesse, you got the formula right now. You got them right where you want.
Yeah, they've thrown caution to the wind in this game, right, David? I mean, they came in knowing they'd have to take some chances, and they'd have to be open and free, and it's worked to their advantage. Now's not the time to get tight if you're the underdog winning this game late.
You know what they need, you know what they want, and you stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is looking for a play to close this deal out. The defense coming out to protect the lead, but this offense still has plenty of time, likely their final drive. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on 3rd down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. Almost intercepted, and that might have been the ball game if he had held on. Instead, it's 4th down.
And this offense has been a struggle bus. I mean, just call it like it is, guys. It hasn't been good, especially the passing game. And I'll tell you what, QB's played better games before. And I'm interested to watch. Can he stay positive? Can he finish this game off on a good note?
They're throwing for it on 4th down. He's taking the deep shot. Makes it. Converts on 4th down, is still on his feet. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Rebels will snap it on 1st and 10. Give to the running back. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Rebels can play this 2nd down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Direct snap. Finds some fresh air. Brought down after a good pickup, and they're in the red zone at the 20. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the red zone, looking for a space. Good route on the comeback, and he makes the catch. There was tight coverage, but a perfect throw and catch, and they've got it at the 9, 1st and goal. And this is almost certainly 4-down territory, down 6, and needing a touchdown in the point after to take the lead. Smashes through the tackle. Touchdown, Rebels! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And such a great job by the offense, able to execute there and score a touchdown late in this game. You know, you try to simulate that in practice, but you just can't do it. Guys are going to have to step up when it matters the most under the bright lights, and they did it there. 1 point away from taking the lead.
Just an extra point away from taking the lead late. And that extra point was good, and now they have the lead in the 4th. And now we are set up for quite a finish. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Here comes the Bulldog offense back onto the field. These are the games. These are the moments. This is the opportunity for the finish that people remember in rivalries like this one.
And those highlights that are shown for years and years to come. These big-time moments, Palmer, coming down to the wire, who steps up and makes the big-time play.
And this is why you lift the weights in the offseason. This is why you do all the gassers and all the sprints. For moments like this, game on the line in one of the biggest games of the year.
He makes the grab. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one. They immediately call timeout, trying to preserve every second they can to try to rally here late. He's trying to get them set quickly. They have to get the ball into field goal range. Dropping back, it's Croman Hope. fires to the tight end. And he'll get out of bounds. It's a first down. They're in plus territory and now threatening to get the score. He knew exactly what they needed there, made the play, and got out of bounds to stop the clock.
And you got to keep this turbo mode on, right? We got to keep going fast. The clock's running down. Fourth quarter, need a score. Great execution to get the first down. We need a lot more of this on this drive.
Catch in the middle, it's Glover. Brought down at the 32-yard line. Picks up 15 yards on the play and an important first down.
Really nice job by quarterback and wide receiver. This is why you do film work. This is why you throw on air all offseason. I know I get zone coverage. I know exactly where I'm breaking. I know exactly where to deliver the football. Nice throw, nice catch.
The sure hands, it's Thompson. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page.
The thing I like about this slot receiver, he's really intentional in his route running. The quarterback always knows exactly where he's going to be on the field. They've got great chemistry together.
Line getting set on second down. Back to pass. They'll run the screen. They'll make the stop, but not before they use the screen beautifully and pick up the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Just outside the red zone, 1st and 10 from the 21. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Offense uses a timeout, 17 seconds left on the clock. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. The give to the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. All the plays, all the plans, all the schemes, and it will be decided on this kick. And this to take the lead, and it's getting late. Nerves of steel. Right down the boulevard on the game-winning chip shot. The Bulldogs had their day as they take down the Rebels and pirate that Egg Bowl trophy and take it right back to Stark Vegas. That's going to do it from here. For David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and you've been watching another presentation of EA Sports College Football.